Have your bottles ready? I told you we're going to see the biggest palace ever built here on the Palatine Hill. We do in fact, believe it or not, get the word palace from the name of this hill. It's a derivative of that. Romans used to call them domus, which basically means house. But not you're going to see the biggest palace ever built here, you're going to be in it. And we're in it right now. Try and imagine, right now, we are actually standing on the 3rd floor. Okay, the top floor. There's actually 2 levels down below us. And in circumference, this place is just over a mile. Alright, it's pretty big. The Venetian employed an architect called Rabririus to build this place. It took basically 7 years to complete it. But when Rabririus first arrived at this part of the Palatine Hill where we are now, there's actually 2 little smaller hills. So what he did was get the tops of these hills knocked off to create a flat area to build on. But in doing this, he actually covered over 2/3 of Augustus's palace. You've all heard of Augustus, the first official emperor? His palace was over this way. But Rabririus covered over 2/3 of it to make this one. But he didn't really care because Augustus was dead. He was working with Domitian. Didn't matter. Now, have any of you here been to Piazza Navona yet? Anyone? Know what shape it is? Like a racetrack, perhaps? It is. It's shaped like a racetrack, Piazza Navona. You see it easily on any map. It sticks out. But the reason it's that shape is because before it was Piazza Navona, originally it was in fact Domitian's Stadium. Domitian had basically the first sports stadium in Rome built there not long after the Colosseum. Domitian was greatly influenced by the Greeks, loved his sporting events, loved his athletic events. He loved them so much that his own personal stadium, his own personal sports track, built inside his house. That's what's down below us here. This is a sports track, yeah, running around. Inside his house. So try and imagine all the columns, the walls covered in the white marble would have been quite magnificent. So the big hole in the centre of the stadium, just in the wall up on your left hand side, in there, not very exciting really, but that's basically where the emperor had his seats. You've got to bear in mind this is a personal private stadium for himself. Only himself, best friends, invited guests are getting to watch these athletic events. This was like his personal home entertainment system, if you like. Up on the hill over here is what remains of the imperial baths. Okay, the imperial baths. Now there's an aqueduct, try and imagine, that came all the way down here, alright? Because it's coming from the hills outside of Rome, which are higher. There's only gravity working with the aqueducts. You can still see a tiny, tiny, tiny part of that original aqueduct, just in amongst the trees over here. That is a very, very, very small part of the original aqueduct to supply the water to the baths and supply the water to the palace. Now sometimes we'll actually block the drainage system down here in the stadium, release all the water from the baths to flood the stadium, just so he could have mock naval battles. A bit like you boys, we're in the bath with your boats. Slightly larger scale, no? Well, the imperial baths up there, they had everything. Hot pool, cool pool, sauna, the works. Again, only the emperor, best friends, invited guests ever got to go inside there. However, we found a very interesting room inside of there, quite small, circular in design. Now all the way around it there are seats, but every seat has a hole in the centre. Are you thinking? You're right then. Communal toilet, okay? Communal toilet. In the centre there remains of a small well. In that well they would have had water, and in that water they would have had sticks. Sticks with either cloths or sponges on the end of these sticks. Now I know I'm your guide, but I am not describing what they were using those for. You have to guess that one. But try and imagine that you yourself are in there with your friends, chatting away, as you do. But perhaps you're not paying attention to what they're saying properly. Because we believe this is where the saying actually originated from. He got the wrong end of the stick. Yes. You process that information while we're moving on, yeah?